Hey, what is good, guys? My name is Mike, and today I got you guys a domination on what's that map called again? I'm sorry, Summit. This is not my gameplay. This is one of my subscribers' gameplay. He added me on PSN and asked me, "Hey, I don't have a PVR, and I have a really good gameplay, and I was wondering if you can post it on your channel." And I was like, "All right, just let me go check it out." So I checked it out, and it made my jaw drop. So I was like, "All right, so I'll upload it." Today I'm going to be talking about is something that happened in school before, school was out and summer is going on and everything. I think it was about 2 months ago. And it was a, how people, they fool around in the classroom and never do the work when a substitute teacher is here? But this one is really different. Alright, so first of all, it happened in 4th period at school because my school system has periods 1 through 6 for 6 school periods for middle school. So I'm in my 4th period, and 4th period is when I go to lunch, So then, first things first, I walk into the classroom and I go to my seat, and the substitute teacher is a guy, and he goes, you don't say hi to me or whatever? And I'm like, hi. And he goes, no. You go back outside, go in, and give me that salute sign. You know how the soldiers of the U.S. Navy and stuff like that, put their hand over their head and go like, just like that. And he's like, do that. And I'm like, okay. So then I go outside, I go in, and I do it. And he's like, okay, sit down. And I'm like, all right. So then we stay there for 20 minutes, and we're 20 minutes late for lunch. So then when I go to the lunchroom and we have separate tables in the cafeteria, I go and I sit down, and he goes, and because I'm all lazy and everything, and I just sit down and I put my head down until the counselor tells us to go and get our lunch. So the guy goes, what, you're not standing straight? Everyone in this class, stand straight. And we're like, well, and we start standing straight. And when he goes away, we go back down, get lazy and everything. Now when he goes to pick us up from lunch, and everyone, our school system tells us, be in a straight line so we can look like a really good school. So the guy, he's really strict about it, because our teachers just let us go into the classroom with no straight line or whatever. So then the guy goes, everyone in a straight line right now. And we all go in a straight line, and we start going marching and everything, like in the U.S. Navy. So then when we go into the classroom, he's like, okay, my name is Mr. G, and oh my god, what is with me today with my damn voice? I was in World War II, and I served in it. And we were like, oh, that's pretty cool, And then one of us raised our hands, and said, oh, did you see any people die? And he's like, yes, I did. I saw my best friend die right in front of me. And we were like, oh, shoot. And another kid asked, how did he die? So he was like, oh, well, I was shooting my BAR, and then next thing you know, he came right in front of me to cover me because I was reloading, and oh my god, and he started crying. And then he said that, he was like, oh, and those fucking Japanese people, those fucking idiots, they shot through the neck of my, oh my god, and he started crying. And I didn't, I was laughing. Not because I wasn't laughing because of his friend dying of being shot through the neck, and there's blood all over the place. It's because of how he was crying. He was crying like a little girl. I mean, I was laughing. He heard me laughing, and he was like, "You get out of the classroom!" And I was like, "Oh shit," So then I go out of the classroom and I go to another classroom, and then he calls me back. So then we get back, and he tells me to, stand straight, not to stand straight in the chair, but stand straight, stand up. And he's like, you're going to be standing up for the rest of the period. And I was like, what the fuck, And then he was like, yeah, so my best friend was shot through the neck, and there was his intestines and his organs were all over the place. And he died right in front of me. There was holes in his neck and everything. And I just started crying. So then, after he said that when he served the war, he said that he had to go to a mental hospital because of his friend dying. Because since in World War II, a lot of people saw a lot of blood and shed and gore and everything. A lot of them went to a mental hospital because they would be all crazy. He'll be like, oh, I see dead people in my mind. I see my mom dead right in front of me, you know, and stuff like that. So then we were like, why is this guy here in this classroom when he went to a mental hospital? Because I remember, like, I heard a lot of cases, like, you know, on the news, like, you know, there was people who got released from mental hospitals and started killing people and everything. Like that case where I think it was up in Aruba or something like that, on an island, where this guy from Bulgaria, like, he had what was it called again? He was released from a mental hospital in Bulgaria or somewhere near Aruba or whatever you call it. And he actually, like, took a machete, like, cut a person's head off and, like, started walking around with it. And people were, like, people thought he was joking, you know? Like, you know, like one of those fake heads and whatever. And that pretty much scared me and everything. And also, it scared me on that movie. I think it was the X-Men. Oh, no, the Punisher. And, like, you know, that guy who was in that mental hospital, like, you know, he was strapped to the bed and was never, like, let go. And then he would never eat, like, barely eat, barely drink. And then when he got released from the bed, like, you know, he started eating that guy's intestines and everything. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, you know, when I heard that guy was released from a mental hospital, I got scared. Like, you know, I was like, oh shit. I was like, I need to get out of this classroom. And they were like, why? What's up? And so what? He was released from a mental hospital. He's okay. And I was like, dude, you must be out of your mind. He's gonna, like, cut our heads off. And then after I was standing up for half an hour in the classroom, everyone was finished with all the work, and we turned it in, and he was like, okay, everyone's finished with all the work, go read a book now. And we were like, well, can't we just, like, chill and just talk and everything? He's like, and he slams the desk like this. Ow, I just hurt my hand, damn it. What the fuck? Now my hand's all red and everything. Yeah, so he was like, no, you go read a book right now. And we were like, oh shit, oh my god, you know. So then I was reading some kind of book. I think it was called Tangerine. It was about, like, some kid, like, you know, he's blind and everything, and he moved to Florida, to Tangerine, Florida, and stuff like that. And he was reading a book of World War II. And one of us asked us, why are you reading a book of World War II when you were in it? And he was like, because I want to know about the Nazis. And we were like, what? Like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, you know? So one of us, like, you know, like, one of my friends, like, you know, he's like one of those big ass jokesters and everything. He goes out of the classroom. The guy stands up, runs out of the classroom, grabs him by the shirt, you know, and drags him inside the classroom and, like, tells him to, like, sit in the corner. He was like, stand up in that corner. And we were like, like, you know, we started laughing. And he was like, who wants to go to the corner too? And we just shut up. We just shut up. And it was pretty much hilarious. But when it was 5 minutes to go, because when it's 5 minutes to go, we have to pack up and line up, you know, right near the door. But actually, we just hang out near the door. So he goes and he's like, okay, pack up, you know, at the last minute, because, you know, he told us not to pack up and everything. So then we packed up and we went to the door, you know. He's like, what are you guys doing in the door? Oh, we have to go, like, you know, so that we can get out. And he's like, no, you gotta sit down. So we were like, oh my god, this is gonna be a pretty bad day. So then I sit down, and the bell rings, and like, everyone stands up, and he's like, no, you guys sit down right now. And we were like, oh my god, we're gonna be late for class. And he's like, I don't give a, you know, and he said the F word, and we were like, what the fuck? And then we were like shocked to hear that he said the F word. And then so we sat down, and the bell rung, you know, for fifth period to go. And after that, you know, I stand up, you know, we went to class after like 10 minutes that we were late, and I got tardy for 5th period, because I always get tardy to 5th period, because my 4th period is in one building and the 5th period is in another building. So like, when I got there, I got a detention for tardiness, and I told my teacher, you know, about the guy, you know, and everything, and she's like, I don't care, you were late again. And, you know, I got mad and everything, but that day it was pretty hilarious to hear a guy, you know, saying the F word in front of the students. and stuff like that, and him saying going to a mental hospital and stuff like that. But it was pretty scary at the same time. So I hope you. Oh my God, what is wrong with me today? This is the end of the video. This is 53 and 13. The guy's name is Connor French 33. Add him on PSN. Sub to him. His name will be in the description below. A link to his channel, whatever. Like, favorite, subscribe. You know what the deal is. I hope you're watching this. Connor, shout out to you. See you guys later. Bye.